Looking to throw on second down. Costello. He'll find his running back. It's Jalen Richard. And he's got a first down as a tackle made at the Bills' 36.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. Pittsburgh getting 16 yards there and also a first down. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Throwing again. Costello. Complete. It's Johnson. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. The passing game in rhythm right now for Pittsburgh. There's another first down.
Go! Hey, dude!
Back to throw. Costello. Flushed out right. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Quarterbacking 101. Never force the ball into double coverage, especially not this close to the goal line. The windows are so tight, you just don't want to force it in there because it could be tipped up and picked off.
They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. 2nd and 6. He'll find his running back here, Richard. And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds. Only 3 yards there on the completion. That'll lead to a 3rd and goal. This opening drive has taken them to the 2, but now they come up on a 3rd and goal. They'll look to run with Edwards. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. Interesting decision. I can see if you're on the 1-yard line, push it in, you're at home, but I don't know from this distance.
How far would you push it? 2-yard line, 3-yard line? Because we're beyond the 4. So this is what we're talking about now. This is a long way. And I know it's a disappointment to come away without getting a touchdown after that drive. But how about coming away with no points by going for it, not getting it? Bring out the field goal kicker, get 3, and move on.
On first down, Swift. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on 2nd down and short. What I like to see?
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
No, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well.
You ain't got nothing. You ain't got nothing. Mike's 54. Mike's 54. Hey, here comes one. Here it comes.
3rd and 2, now Haskins. He's going to loft one deep left side here. That's caught inside the 20. And he takes it down deep into Pittsburgh territory. A big play here for the Bills. 53 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone.
Let's go, D. Tighten up.
They'll run on first down. Swift. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. A great play there with touchdown number 8 on the year as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter.
The losing streak had taken on a life of its own, and I think it infiltrates a team when you're on that much of a slide. But this group has managed to focus, come out early, and put a touchdown on the board. They look like they mean business in this one.
They do. Now the key, holding on to that attitude because, man, that streak has been a struggle for them. This will be taken in at the 1. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line.
The Steelers take over first and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And to be frank, they're just in a tough spot. It's only November, already eliminated from playoff contention. I know their fan base doesn't want to hear that, but that's the case. What are they fighting for now going forward?
You know exactly what they're fighting for. Is that word that some people don't want to hear, but it's pride.
Draft. Oh, okay. I was going to go draft, but pride's better, right?
You know something? You're right, because that's part of it, but that's two different mindsets. That's front office mindset, draft position, where are we going to be and what do we need to get? And then the players and the coaching staff right now, pride. Can they win some games and feel better about themselves despite the fact they have no shot at the playoffs?
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Yo, 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 yo. Yo. Let's go.
This is Richard. He'll get about 4 here, down to the 43-yard line.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable third down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Hey, team 6.
To throw on third down, Costello. But it's brought in by Washington. And he's got a first down as a tackle made at the Bills' 27-yard line.
Go there. 50. Play.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Good work, boys. Let's go. Let's go.
Here we go. AP Gator.
50.
Hey, lock it.
On first down, Richard. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Tackle that time by Sidney Jones.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping.
On second down now, Richard. He's got the first down inside the 10. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Jalen Richard, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. And it's no good. He misses the extra point, and this remains a 7-6 game. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments. Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
Now a give, right side. Swift, he finds an opening past the 40, and he'll take it to the 43-yard line. It's a gain of 13 and a Buffalo first down.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
On first down, it's Haskins. He gets this complete to Shaheen, the tight end. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. They go play action now. Haskins. He's going to wind up and air it out. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
Now it's Haskins. And that's complete to Croft. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 35. With that grab, he now sits at 200 for his career, and maybe more importantly, a first down. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. Throwing now, Haskins on first down. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Stephon Tuitt able to shake free and get home for the sack. To try again after the sack. Haskins. Eluding the pressure right.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Now Haskins, 3rd and long. Going deep here for Watkins. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play, and guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They'll run with Edwards here to begin the drive. 12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh first.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get them. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for him. Show him that you're supposed to get the football.
Now a play fake here on first down. And he finds Howard complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Pittsburgh getting 16 yards there and also a first down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Edwards now on 1st and 10. And he'll take it across midfield and into Buffalo territory. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
4 receivers now in the formation. 3 to the left, 1 to the right on 2nd and 7. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up at the half, a reminder we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. Here's a 2nd and 7. It's a screen to Richard. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that's going to make it 3rd down and 10. From the gun, Costello. Complete to Washington. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. 12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh first. They go play action here on 1st down. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Howard. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime.
60 Pittsburgh.
I'm going back to you. I'm going back to you. Go.
Looking to throw. Costello. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Back to throw. Costello. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, helped force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive.
Hey, over. Get it.
Operating from the gun, Costello. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Jason Verrett, and he'll be brought down at his own 10-yard line. They're trying to resurrect his confidence. Last week was a disaster. 5 interceptions in that loss, and another pick there.
I played with a quarterback like this before, and he had a tough game, and the head coach said, I'll take him, I'll fix him. The very next game, he started out the exact same way, and the head coach turned to the offense coordinator and said, he's yours from now on. Someone has to take responsibility and work with him and try and get him settled.
He's going to air one out. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
He's got his man. It's Andrews. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1.
Ready? 54, right there. 54, Mike. I got you, boy. Go. Mike 54. Mike 54. Hey, let's get some penetration here.
Haskins looking to throw on 1st down. He's going to look deep for Watkins. And incomplete there, almost picked off. That's one you maybe expect your roaming free safety to come up with. But it's 2nd down. 2nd and 10 now from the 27.
Mike 54. I'm coming for you. Mike. 54.
2nd and 10 now. Haskins. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. Haskins now 5 out of 10, 50% throwing it. Not so hot, but he does have a 1st down. Final play of the half. It's Haskins. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we've reached halftime here on a Thanksgiving night. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Bills with the lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway. This will be fielded at the 8. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34.
Let's go.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what?
There he goes right side. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. A big play there. His second touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Bills will add on to their lead. Hauschka adds the extra point, and the lead is up to 8. Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They trail offense first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. It's a Pittsburgh first down, a gain of 13.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Looking to throw. Costello. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. In the pocket, chucked it away, flag comes down.
So you got to move a little bit, right? Know where you are on the field, have some awareness. Tackle to tackle. You got to get outside of that tackle box in order to get that done.
They lose the yardage, and of course they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long.
198.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Washington's got it. And he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 27-yard line.
It's a gain of 23 yards.
This quarterback now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10. Richard trying the right side. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. 12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh first.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
On the ground, Richard. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Jalen Richard, his 2nd touchdown of the night, as his guys have cut the lead down to 2. And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2. From the gun, Costello goes right side. And he's got it. So they went ahead and went for 2 to tie the game, and it works out. And now the Bills are going to stop it as they call a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. This one fielded at the 5. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Watch the curve. Watch the curve. Delta. Check Mike 27.
Third down. Here's Haskins. And the grab by Croft. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 11 yards and a Buffalo first down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Watch the screen.
They'll run on 1st down. Swift. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
Come on, baby. Let's see what you got. Slam, slam, slam.
They'll keep it on the ground. Swift will be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. The good run on 1st down followed up by a not-so-good run on 2nd down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on 3rd down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
On 3rd and 1, it's Haskins. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
Perhaps they overthought this one a little bit. They've been running it real well on this drive, and it was 3rd and short, okay? They decided to throw the football incomplete. Yeah, they might have thought just a little bit too hard about that play selection.
He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Out of bounds and close. The question, was it a touchback? No. They'll say it crossed out at the 2-yard line. Excellent placement, and off that bounce, Charles, I didn't know where it was going to go. It can be an inexact science as to where they place it, but they say the 2-yard line.
Yeah, I don't know how they really determined that. And let's face it, at the end of that play, one side's going to be happy, the other team's going to be unhappy. So, what do they do, shorten the hypotenuse? I mean, how do they figure that out? You know that stuff. You're the smart guy.
No, that's you, partner. Throwing to start the drive. Costello, and it's complete. He gets this one to Washington. Big yardage after the catch. That one winds up going for 36. We know he's good at catching the football, but then after the catch, he's got escapability.
Not only that, he's got some toughness as well, because you know he's coached very hard to make sure he battles through, breaks tackles, and then they finish with, but don't fumble the football.
Richard. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. This shows you right there, he can do more than just cover in the secondary from that free safety position.
Yeah, the evolution of the position has really been significant, hasn't it? Because a lot of teams no longer have a free safety, strong safety designation. They just have safeties. So wherever the ball is, one can be close to the line of scrimmage, one can be deep, and vice versa. On that play, how about that tackle we just saw? Pretty nice.
That one, a gain of 20 and a 1st down. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense. And that's going to leave him with just one timeout remaining still in the third quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt him. We'll be back.
On the set.
Cross 98 for Mike. He's time to win.
Pilot, 64, weak.
Crouch. Check. Alert 3.
Get it.
On first down, Richard. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
At the Bills' 45-yard line.
Let's go. 60 outlaw.
We are headed to the fourth here on Thanksgiving night. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Down. 70, Indy.
I got
Smooth.
To throw on second down, Costello. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Needs something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. Back to throw. Costello. And that is incomplete.
Every now and then, you have some volleyball training actually comes into play as a defender. When a ball's tipped in the air, nice play by the defense, got a hand on it, but when it's in the air, it's up for grabs. And too many times in this league, we've seen great plays happen for an offense as a result of a ball tipped in the air. So what you really want to do is be that guy who comes off the back line and spikes it, knocks it to the ground. Don't let them have that opportunity.
The Bills take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs, and that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
Both teams working on short rest, but this has been one of the better Thursday night games we've seen as they come up here on first and 10. Haskins will throw. Looking left side, Andrews with it complete. It's a gain of 13 and a Buffalo first down.
Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for them. Worked him to the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered, gets both feet down for the completion.
They'll run on first down. Swift. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. Second down.
Brings up second and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Looking to throw on second down. Haskins able to get away. But now he's swallowed up and taken down. Kamale Correa. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. The Bills on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 19. From the gun, Haskins on third down. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down. The defense did their job. 4th quarter, big stand.
No doubt about it, because the offense has been yelling at them from the sideline. Just do us a favor. Get us the ball back. Give us one more chance to take it downfield. The defense just did them a solid, it appears.
And when they get the ball back, they can kind of play free tie game. They're not behind. And that one will skip out of bounds as the linesman will mark this thing right at the 15-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, do you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101.
And they take him down. The Bills get to him.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. The quarterback was hit.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on second down. Looking to throw. Costello. And this is going to be intercepted. Buda Baker with a pick. And he will score. Touchdown, Buffalo. And a great return as they're finally able to take him down. In a tie game fourth quarter, that's about as big of a defensive play as you can possibly make.
And it didn't happen by accident. That was scouting right there. They've seen things that have happened before. They knew in certain situations type of plays they like to run, read it, and were able to go after the football, get it, and take it into the end zone for a touchdown for themselves.
This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
The Steelers take over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Throwing after the interception. Costello. Got an open man. It's Washington. It's a Pittsburgh first down, a gain of 13. Working the sideline there. Good route, good catch. First down, and he gets out of bounds.
Now you have to like the play calling because you have to run some guys down the middle of the field to draw some of the defenders away. They can't just let them guard the sideline exclusively. That's how it's going to work. Sidelines and incompletions to use the clock.
The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, first and 10. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's first and 10. Back to throw. Costello. And this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there. 12 more yards there and another first down.
It's got to the point where we see guys like that make that type of a catch. Not fair goes through my brain. That size, that speed, and now they're acting like...
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Punching it in from a yard away. As they can now even this game here in the fourth quarter with the extra point.
Well, 3 scores in this game. I think that deserves some type of a broad gesture. I know in hockey, that's called a hat trick, and people throw their hats out on the ice. What about us? What can we do for this guy?
Well, if I'm his teammates, I'm buying him a little steak dinner tonight, right? At least a skirt steak, probably a filet.
Oh, you're going big. I like that.
Yeah, I mean, skirt at minimum,
skirt
filet
steak.
at maximum.
You can't give the guy a skirt steak his first 3 times.
Filet,
There you go.
10 ounce, 16 ounce.
Porterhouse.
Fine. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And last time out, they had to punt the football away. Anything positive possibly to take from that?
There always is when you're punting the football away. It doesn't sound like it because you're giving it up. But you've avoided a mistake.
At least you didn't turn it over.
You didn't turn it over, right? You're giving your defense a chance because you're punting the ball away, and they're set to go on the field as opposed to sudden change after a turnover. Wow, now we got to go out there and stop people. So, yeah, there's always something positive to be gained from it.
From the red zone now, Haskins on first down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation. And there, the defense won the battle.
He's tackled at the 7-yard line. It's to gain of 6.
Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They'll keep it on the ground. Swift. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Taking it in from 7 yards away. And they're able to break the tie and move out in front here in this fourth quarter. Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. And it's good. That makes it a 28-21 game. Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. This is taken at his 4. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. He's back to throw. He'll find his running back here, Richard. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first. They'll look to throw. Got his man. It's caught for a Steelers touchdown. An 11-yard touchdown. As they can now tie the game with the extra point here in the final 2 minutes. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion. He'll look to throw for the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
I know there's some time on the clock, but I still think you kick the extra point there and don't go for 2 and go for the win in that spot.
Yeah, time or no time, why not just take the 1 and even the score?
And then that way, no matter what, at least you know what you're dealing with now. It's a whole different strategy. You got to decide whether you're going to onside kick or just try and play defense and get the ball back.
On first down, Swift. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. Now the Steelers use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. They'll keep it on the ground. Swift. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. And now the question everyone's wondering, look at the clock, late fourth quarter, do they put the ball in the air here on 3rd?
I don't. I run the football and I tell my offensive line, no leakage up front. I don't want my running back hit as I hand the ball off to him. I don't want any type of an issue. But if I am going to throw it, quick throw, out to the perimeter, maybe one of my best receivers running a quick slant or something like that.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. They'll run on 1st down. Swift. And now off to the races, down the right side. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. A great effort there. 39 yards. And the Bills will add on to their lead. Hauschka with the extra point, and that will ensure that it will take a touchdown and a 2-point conversion to tie it.
Steelers 27.
Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21-yard line.
Let's go.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They're down here in a 1-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Well, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. They will come up on a 1st and 5 following the encroachment penalty. Back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
A lot of contact there, but there was no way it appeared that he was going to get a flag on that one. Looking for it, but he wasn't going to get it. And as an ex-defensive back, you love it when they let you play and jostle downfield.
Back to throw. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here. They were looking for Johnson that time, and it's 3rd down. Looking to throw. Costello. Now they go screen. It's complete. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for Buffalo, it's just their 2nd win here in 11 tries this season. And now they'll have a few extra days here before they face Cincinnati next week. Meanwhile, for the Steelers, they've fallen out of things now as they sink to 3-8. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.